think we start then with the program, with the next slide. And I don't know, it's your turn.
Yeah, so now I'm going to introduce the host for the finance track, which is Radoslav Albrecht. He's the founder and CEO of Bitpon, a leading company in the field of asset tokenization technology with its Web3 tokenization product, Token Tool, and he's going to drive us through the finance track. Yeah.
Great, thank you so much. It's a great pleasure to moderate the finance track today for the Blockchain in Use conference. We will start with one keynote, then we will have 2 use case presentations, and then we'll have a lively panel that I have the pleasure to moderate. So with this, I would suggest Werner Hoffman, if you could come on stage, and big round of applause, please. So Werner is one of the experts on crypto and taxation in Germany, a very exciting topic, and actually a very important topic. If you start to get into crypto, first you get excited about the technology, then you get excited about investing, and then about a year later, taxes hit you, and then you need guys like Werner, so I'm very much looking forward to the keynote. Stage is yours.
So, hello, also from my side. Nice to be here tonight, or this afternoon. I feel very humbled to be on this stage. There's like a lot of great speakers coming after me, and in front of me there's a lot of great people who are looking into the blockchain space and blockchain area. When BerChain first reached out to me if I want to do a keynote on the state of finance and blockchain, and especially where we are in Berlin right now, I got like super excited and was like, of course, immediately I want to do that and tell you all about the great things that are happening here in Berlin right now. So there was a couple, I think, months ago, and then I started like researching and writing some notes down and everything I heard. And after a while, I realized it's like kind of depressing what happened the last couple months. If you go back like 1 year, where have we been? September last year, it was the all-time high. Everybody was super hyped. Since then, we had like the big crash of all the market values. So I realized how fucked up the situation actually is. And we've started falling from the all-time highs since last year. We've seen the prices tumble for many, or basically for all the projects. We have seen a lot of crises, not only in the blockchain world. We've seen the inflation crisis, Ukraine, COVID is still not over. The interest rates are going up, which is not a great sign for crypto usually. We had the crash of the whole Terra Luna ecosystem. That was like crazy, 60 billion wiped out of this world within a week or so for a project that was quite hyped, quite popular at that time. Following that, 3 Arrows Capital went down, Celsius went down, and a whole tumbling of a couple other smaller crypto projects. We had hacks, frauds, and I remember in this week of the falling down of the Terra Luna ecosystem, I was on the phone with one of my clients, and he reached out and was like, I need to cancel, I can't afford it anymore. I basically lost everything. And at that moment, it really, like I had to sit down, I was like blown away. I was not aware how bad it can be. And he told me that like he had a very conservative investing strategy, and he's in this space since 2015. And basically all his life savings are in crypto, and he's just a big believer in technology, and he invests only in like major assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then his trading strategy was to like slowly sell off during the bull markets and put everything into a stable coin and then get some yield and interest. And once the market are down, he wanted to reinvest everything. And I think you can guess by now in what stable coin he went for and where his net value is right now. So he was devastated at that moment, and I was too, to be honest. Of course, you read all the news and the articles, but it's still something very different when you're actually talking to a person, to a human who had to go through that. And there were many moments over the last year that were like, wow, that's really bad what's happening here. Like, I don't know, do you remember the Polygon hack, 600 million gone, and a lot of other things that were not good at all. So then I decided for my talk, I don't want to make it too depressive. I start with something smaller. Let's start with Berlin, and let's look at what the Berlin startups are doing. And then I started to research some of the projects I was in contact over the last years, and I realized, oh, many of them are not around anymore. So also on a local level, we had quite some hits. We had, I really liked Spot9, they did crypto ATMs. We had Mandana, they were working on data sovereignty. Most recently, Nuri Bitwala, who's currently in insolvency, struggling. So also here, we are in some tough times, and I feel like we still haven't figured out a lot of things that we as a society, as we as a group need to figure out. Like, we still don't really know what to do with NFTs besides doing funny pictures. Nobody can really explain what the metaverse is. I bet if you ask Elon Musk, he will tell you something about brain-computer interfaces, and if you ask Zuckerberg, he'll tell you something about a Minecraft version of Paris. So the pictures of what these words that we're using every day mean are so far apart that I think we're not quite there where we want to be, or where we could be at this time. So the next thing is, okay, but the technical development. Here we need to be on point. I mean, we're here for something. And if you look into the technical development, yes, there's a lot of stuff going on. But if you look in the details, like all these hacks, how can they happen? Where is the security? Even the developers sometimes don't really know what they do. So on that side as well, some work left to do. Talking about my main area, taxes and regulatory. Here the regulators and especially tax offices are really breaking down on tax fraud. They're doing more investigation. So it's not 2015 anymore where you had to report nothing or could report whatever. There is like guidelines for tax offices now. There is really like a structured process on how to find people who do tax fraud in the crypto space area. And yet, here we are, all of us, being excited about this event, being excited about the whole Berlin Blockchain Week. So feel it in yourself. Where is the light coming from? So I think it's something different for every single one of us. For me, it was like the excitement. We all know there is something new, something with great potential, something that's coming up. And besides all these setbacks, I mean, if you look from an outside perspective, and if you read the news, you would say, like, I would never ever do anything in the blockchain industry. I would not start a company in this area. But lots of people do. We just heard that, and it's exciting. And that's what's me motivating, and that's what we're here for. And we looked in the past, and now I wanna hand over to back to the main stage, and we look into the future. What are people working on now? What is the next things that are coming up? And I'm hoping that we're creating a new and better financial world that's actually interesting to look forward to. Thank you very much.